Right, we've got a Dazzle 60 volt 1500 watt quad today. I've opened the box already. If you want to come, when you open the box, this is what you'll find in it. One bit that goes over the front handlebars, which we'll see later on. 4 wheel cups, that's your Speedo. Got a bag full of nuts and bolt banners, which we'll empty them out in a minute. Hand guards, battery charger, 2 nuts, 2 washers for the back wheels. So once you've got all them out, we'll take the 2 nuts, the washers, and the bag. I'll empty everything out here, like that. First thing we do on this, underneath here there's a little latch for the seat. So if we pull the latch, push the seat forward, takes it off. Inside here is the fuse. Just flick the fuse over, that turns it on. Then we'll line the seat up. There's a little groove in the front of the seat there, and there's a bolt head there. We put the groove inside there, give it a tap, push the seat down. That's the seat on. And then we'll come around the back. Just here at the back, just below the back light, an 8mm nut with a reflector. Now the reflector's got a little stump on the back. So when you put it in, you put the bolt into the round hole, and the little stump bit goes into the other hole, stops it moving. 8mm spanner on the back. Tighten it, don't over tighten it because it will pull off. Just tighten it, there you go. Just here, we've got 2 bolts. On the other side, we've got 2 bolts. So I'm going to take those out. And in the box, again, you will find a back handlebar. So that, with the 2 holes, making sure that the hole in it goes to the right hand side as you look down the bike. You line them up, put the bolts in. 12mm nut and a 10mm bolt. So we'll just go around. There, that's solid. 14 and a 13mm spanner. Just go around and check that all the bolts that are in are tight. So we check the suspension on the back axle. They're all tight. Then we get our wheel, which is the one with the grooves cut in it. We slide that onto the back axle with the grooves, push it on, twist it a little until it matches the grooves, push it in. Once that's in, what I do is I twist the wheel until the hole in the axle is pointing up and down. Then you know where the hole is. With a 24mm socket there, and then you can see the hole there comes through the castle nut. You get a split pin, push it through there like that, and then bend them over like that. Wheel assembly is tucked in, so what we have to do is we have to pull the wheel assembly out, making sure that this suspension don't catch on this grease nipple, because if it does, suspension fits in it and you pull it down, it'll snap that grease nipple. So there we go. And in your bag of tricks you have a washer and a small castle nut. You put that on there, 17mm spanner, tighten that up. The hole's there, so it's lined up. Thin split pins. The thick ones are for your wheels, the thin ones are for your steering. Push that through, bend it round. If it don't bend, slight tap with the hammer. So in your bag again, you will have a thick bolt, 13 bolt, and a 14mm nut. And underneath the front light, there's a bracket where the suspension fits. So you line the holes up, push your bolt through, there you go, in it goes. Pull the light out a bit so you can get your fingers in, and just put the 13 and a 14mm spanner, tighten that up. But that's not the easiest thing, them suspension bars. Right, when that's done, on the front wheel you'll have a castle nut, 21mm. Castle nut, and if you look, you need to look for the hole so you can put your split pin in. So if you go round, there it is, look. So split pin in, bend round, and tap it flat. There. Now that's all there is to the front of the quad as regards steering and suspension. And then the wheel goes on. Front wheels, these will be flat when they come. So if you put about between 10 and 15 psi in, you'll have dust caps in your box. So just put your dust cap on. Line the wheel up with the studs. There you go. And then we've got some 12mm nuts. There should be 8 of these in the bag. So there we are. We've got 4 10mm nuts. 12mm nuts. There you go on there. Right. With a low torque setting and a 12mm socket. Just go round and just nip them. These are locking wheel nuts, so when they're on, they're on. Once you've got all 4 on, and the blast. In your box before you had these rubber caps. These rubber caps fit over the wheel hub like that. If you want to put them on, they're really difficult to put on, so we usually leave them in the box. If you want them on, you can put them on yourself. Right, when you strip the quad out its cage, at the front of the cage, the quad will be bolted into the frame of the cage. Now when you take that bolt out, save it, because it goes back in to the front bumper. So when you take the front bolt out, keep hold of it. When you get your bumper, you use it to secure your front bumper. So we'll do that now. Take the 3 bolts out. Hold that up to the holes. Put the top one in first. It's a lot easier to get that one in. And tighten them up. Front wheel's barbed up. Press it off. And do exactly the same as you've done on the other side. Right, once the wheels are on, look inside there, there's 2 camber bolts, one there and one this side. Now what we do, get a couple of spanners or a couple of adjustables, put them on, just make sure that they're tight. There. Same on the other side. There. So the wheels don't fall off. Right, in the bag that you emptied out, you will find 2 sets of clamps. There's a difference in them, one's large, one's small. So the large one goes on the bottom. Put the handlebars onto it with a H6 socket. Find the holes and just nip them up. Don't tighten them up completely, just nip them up. Same on the other side. Pull your handlebars up to where you want them positioned. Line the bars up so they're level in the middle. Nip them down. I use my drill, then I'll get a bigger socket. Put it in. Ah, that's good. Right. In the box that you had your speedometer, which is here. Now on the back, a little clip on the plug. There's a little clip on the speedometer. Line those up. Goes over the top of that just to keep it. Right, once that's in, what I do is, if you've got one, over the top of the rubber, then in the bag that you had, you should have 2 small 10mm bolts. When you speedo round, there's 2 holes in the bracket, 2 holes in the steering bar, and tighten them up. There, bit that goes over the top of the handlebars, so you just pull it round Velcro it, push it into the centre, then just push it over the top. There you go. Got a set of keys on the handlebars. Take those off, plug it in, turn it on, everything lights up.
Right, so Russ has just finished building the 1500W electric quad. So when you get it, obviously just make sure obviously you got 2 keys, switch them on, screen comes on. Now on here, there's a few things to look out for. Kill switch, if that's off, acts like a petrol one. Exclamation mark comes on, it's not going to go anywhere. A couple of little tips and tips on that, because people sometimes get confused when they get it why it's not moving. So let's make sure that's down. The other one, the handbrake. So the handbrake comes on. Again, it's like a safety lock. They've got sensors on, so you got the arrow. Not go anywhere. As soon as you release the brake, it moves. So handbrakes, always check. You know they're free, and the sensors are intact. A little blue sensor there. So you push that in, it comes off. It flashes on there. So that's your sensor for your brakes. Nuts and bolts. So obviously we've done the basics in terms of the assembly and whatnot. It's a good practice to check and do a run over all of them, even the ones that the manufacturers have done, right from your steering columns to your hubs on the wheels, to your frame bolts, your plastic bolts. Just because of the power that goes through the quad, any vibrations and whatnot, couldn't force them to come loose and come off. And obviously safety is key on these machines. Lights. Did he show lights on that? No. So light check. On here, you've got 2 settings. Around here, Mike. Yep. Low beam and then full beam. So you can choose whichever one that you think's best for you. Remember, kill switch is on there, so we'll leave that one down. So low beam, full beam. Other thing on it is 12-hour boost charge. It's always written on the box. It's in the manual as well. When you get it, it needs a 12-hour boost on the charge. So that means even though the charger light's green for the first charge, ensure that you leave it on for a good 12-hour. Prolongs the battery life and gives it a good service to the battery as well. And it's a manufacturer recommendation on that one. Nuts and bolts round back as well. So it's always, if you've got another set of eyes at home or wherever you're building it, just do another check over and once over on all the nuts and bolts. Charger's in the box. So the charging port on this one is right below the keys. So in there, you've got a little prong that matches up with your charger. Don't shove it in. Same as on the other products that we do on the electric. Match the prong up, screw it in, and it'll just plug into your wall. Yeah, so you should just check your brakes are intact. I've got brake lights, as you can see, flashing. Quite a nice little feature on these. Protective stickers on these peel off. So just take them off as and when you please, once you've done assembling it. So this video as well that we've done this assembly is the same process that you do on the 1800W. The only difference is the speed settings. So on here, on this one, you've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now 4 is the highest, first is the lowest. First to third on the 1800. So on the 1800W you've got 3 speeds. You'll see that on your screen. On this one you've got 4. So on here, if you want to change it to MPH, hold these 2 down and it changes to MPH. If you want it to back to the other one, I don't know why you bloody would, it's a terrible way. There you go, so MPH is there. Like I say, 4 speed settings. It's the same assembly process on the 1800W quad electric one that we do. So check that one out if you want that extra bit of power and that extra suspension. And the better controller on the 1800W. Any more questions? quad-race.com.